Shabbat Shalom, it's Eliah Ben Yaakov. I want to do a video real quick before I do my next one, because I know a lot of people might try to discredit me and probably try to say, oh, man, he don't really know Hebrew. You know, people probably think I'm just looking online and I'm reading it offline, because I always sell my videos, if you don't have a Hebrew script, to go online to www.tanakh, TANACH.us, and you can pull up any Hebrew scripture that you want to, as far as in just the text, okay? When you were following my videos, that's what you could do. But I just want to show the people how the Hebrew came amongst me. First, it started off with this. Holy Bible. King James. Everybody, we all started with this. I got a couple different versions of the Holy Bible. I have a New King James translation. I have a Restored Names translation. I didn't really want to bring all those books. I got other books, too. You know, I have the book of Flavius Josephus. I have the book of Plato. I have, you know, he's a Greek philosopher. I got a lot of different books, man. But when it comes to me translating the Hebrew, this is how it started with the Holy Bible. Then I came into the knowledge of the restored names. So I guess you could say I started off as a messianic. And then one day Yah told me, hey, man, you should just learn it yourself. Well, it started with the Holy Bible. Then I went to Mordell's, which is a Christian store here. You can most likely get a lot of these books I'm going to show you online on Amazon. So the first thing I got was this book right here. The Interlinear Bible, Hebrew and Greek, okay? This is why I started with right here, y'all. You know, pretty much what it does, it just breaks everything down for you, the Hebrew, Greek, and the English. With the Strong's numbers, according, you know, above each word is by J.P. Green Sr., and it's Hendrickson Publishers. Okay, so what this book does, it just gives you a quick little, you know, real quick right here, it gives you the, you know, the Hebrew alphabet and everything that comes along with it. The Greek alphabet, everything comes along with it. A little preface or whatever, but pretty much with this book, what I would do at first is I would read the Hebrew. You see those numbers? You can't really see them in the video, but on those numbers is the strong number, so I would read through that, go online to the Strongs, try to find the definition. Well, then one day I realized, I was like, hey, man, you know, I want to be able to know exactly what these words mean when I be at work and I couldn't get online. You know, I could just carry these books with me. So I had to find something. I wanted to translate it myself. So the next thing I purchased was this right here, the Word Study Series, the Complete Word Study Dictionary of the Old Testament for a deeper understanding of the Word by Warren Baker, Eugene Carpenter. What it would do is I can go into that interlinear, find the Strong's number of the word, come over here, look it up without having to go online, see what the definition is, right? So that's how I started. Then I wanted to challenge myself. Once I started noticing, as I would look into these definitions, you know, I was like, hold on, man. There's a lot of, you know, a lot of differences from that and this. So I said, I want to learn the Hebrew myself. I prayed about it, asked for the Ruach Yahweh to come into my heart and show me how to do it, gave me the means, the money to do it, and that's when I purchased this. Now, you see how I got that highlighted? That's because that's what I do. I just open it up, and whatever the Most High lead my eyes to see. So then I just, you know, highlight it, study it, break it down. So I was like, how can I study and break it down if I don't know the language? I wanted to cut this out, just as my own personal feat. I wanted to have to quit going to an interlinear and looking up these Strong's definitions. I just wanted to know what the language meant. So if I was to see this, because if somebody, you know, if you're using this right here, and then you run into somebody that knows this, they're going to ask you a question, and the first thing you're going to be trying to do is think of what Strong's number the word is, but you don't really know what the word means. Strong's only gives you an outline of which words was used to translate this word in the English. It doesn't give you necessarily the definition of what the word means or the action that the word describes. So I started to read this. Then I became confused because I would run into some words and I wouldn't know what it meant. I was like, man, what is this? How do I find out what this word means? So what I did was I went and purchased this, The Living Biblical Hebrew, okay, by John H. Dobson. See? Starting reading meaningful verses from the Hebrew Bible after just 2 hours of study. All right? Let me show you my Hebrew Bible so you can try to purchase this. It's called a Reader's Hebrew Bible. You see right there it says Torah, Neveim, U, Ketuvim. That's what that says. All right? This is it right here. By Philip Brown II, Brian W. Smith. by Vondervan. This is where all you people, you go to the Vondervan Bible Dictionary. It's the same people that made it. The same people. Okay? So I started using this. Just learned biblical Hebrew, and what it showed me, it came apart, y'all. This book was kind of cheap, but I got it at Mordell's. It wasn't that much. It came with a little CD. Basically what it does, it just breaks down the Hebrew for you. See, I highlighted because I had to teach myself. So I had to go through before I quit reading all biblical scripture for a minute. And then I had to learn the grammar of the Hebrew, you know, and the different forms of words and things like this, you know, things that, you know, change in the Hebrew. I had to learn the different forms. You see how it's previous and future actions and things like that. So this book helped me, you know, possession and quotation. I'm just flipping through the pages to show. There's so much other stuff in here. You know, I don't really have a lot of time. Look at that, commands and requests. So I learned the language. So now that when I would go over into the Hebrew, if I seen a word and the stem changed, then I would understand what it was. Now, so what I got next was this lexicon right here, Brown's, Drivers, and Briggs, Hebrew and English Lexicon by Francis Brown, S.R. Driver, and Charles Briggs. Okay, this book, what it does, you know what I mean? This is it right here. It's by Snowball Publishing. So if you have to look it up, I got this off of Amazon. But there's another one I want to get called the Analytic Chaldean Lexicon also. This is what you would see in that small box on Strong's, the lexicon. So I started saying, well, you know what? I just want to learn the language. I don't care about no Strong's numbers and how it's translated. But that's all this does. It just gives you an explanation of the word and call. You see how that comes in, call. Then when you go over here, you know, you come down some more. Then you see another word I want to show you. This is highlighted in the dark. Right there, you see that P? That's PL. So it's letting you know the different forms of the word, and it shows you different forms of how that word can be seen, translated, Nephal form. So it shows you a Nephal form. A Nephal form is the action that has happened. It's something that you should know. So it means death or to put to death. You see what I'm saying? So I just started going through that, and that's how I started doing it. So when I would come over here in my Hebrew book, you know, and I just open it up, and for instance, if I started reading, so when I would see this right here, and this way, Avraham, and Avraham, you see what I'm saying? Then you have Zekan. So Boaz, he came, you know, Benjamin, you know what I'm saying? All of these words, and I was like, so I had to break down the roots. I had to know when there was another form of how to translate it and what it's indicating, because each of those forms actually indicate a different kind of action. You know, one form is the solid form, the other form would be, you know, it means to cause something to happen, or it can mean to do it to yourself. That's what all these different forms mean. So that's how I do it, ladies and gentlemen, man. Excuse my nose. If you ever seen my video and you wondering how I'm translating, like I really do read the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? I use this, I use that, and I use that, and I use this sometimes just to confirm this. I read the word, find the root. You know how you see that word right there, the Adonai, Adonai. Okay, you see how that is? That's a form of a word. You have to learn what that yod and wa. You see Adon, we know Adoni, but then that u added at the end, it means him or it. So I had to learn that in this, because this doesn't show you that. So there's something someplace where it could have been but he did or therefore he did. How would you know how to translate it as therefore or because if it's a word key, for instance, the word key? It can be translated as therefore, is, you know, therefore, and all these different things, man. I'll show you real quick what I'm saying. I can find. I'm running out of time on this video because this is on my camera phone, man. My phone, they don't have a long memory, right? But you take key, for instance. Okay, let me look it up real quick. Key, all right? So what you do is, you see, key. It tells you what it can mean, but when you start going through here, you start to see there's other meanings of the word. And it explains to you how to know how to translate it and what it could be, in which action or in which tense it would be used in. You see how much explanation of the word key? It has 3 pages on it went down. That's 4 pages. It's almost 4 pages. But that's just how it started off, y'all. You know, so if you can, here's a couple of resources that you can get if you want to learn the Hebrew language, if you want to get more thorough in it. Just for you people who probably think that I just make this up. So it takes a lot of time for me to do one video, man, so y'all don't understand. But Shabbat Shalom.